are going to play Blueprints. I think I'm going to start a new game for the purposes of this recording. But that being said, you can see here I've gotten to day 8 before. I have not really gotten too far. So we're going to give this a shot and see where we go. Let's start a new game. Wait for it to load up here. Presenting. Yeah, probably just gonna skip the beginning sequence here. There we go. Off we go into day 1. Let's see. Well, I haven't actually explored outside before, so I'm gonna give that a quick shot. Because this gate is open. I don't know what this does. So you'll notice on the top left there's footprints. That's how far, essentially, you can go. And I'm wandering down this road, which is probably a waste of my footprints. I cannot imagine this is going to be worth it for me, but I have not looked before. So let's just go take a look. Well, hey, there's something out here. Hello, random tent. Campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. Nice. That's entertaining. I guess that explains where you're sleeping. I just kind of assumed he drove away and came back every day. There's a lock here. What's this? Combination? I'll have to be on the lookout for that. Because looks like there's an orchard of some sort here. Might be able to get some apples out of that later. Anything else cool out here? This doesn't look like it'll open. Nope. So, all in all, not an amazing use of my footprints, but gathered some information that could come in handy later. Not gonna argue with that, honestly. So, goal of this game is essentially to find the... Now I just gotta remember. The last room. So basically you're just trying to get through this building and see how it goes. So, welcome. Essentially, hey, we like you, so I'm leaving this home to you. Here's the rules. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you cannot stay overnight. Long story short, it's a roguelike game. You can't bring anything out with you. You can't take anything in with you. So everything you do has to be either through persistent effects within the game, within the mansion, although most of the time things completely replace, but there's some exceptions to that. Oh, and the rooms that you find today will not be the same rooms you find tomorrow. You're building the mansion every time you go through it, essentially. And what is this? It is a blueprint. This shows us the layout of the Mount Holly estate. And you can see here we're in the entrance hall, and there's 3 doorways out if you don't include the entrance that I just came in. And we have our inventory, all that fun stuff. So let's take a look over here. It just explains the footprints thing I already said. Alright, well, let's just head out to the right. That way I can the idea for me is I like to kind of fill in these lines to get resources before moving up into the next area, and then moving up. Now I'll try to conserve footprints by, if I have like an entrance up here, I may use that to go over. Is it the best plan? Couldn't tell you, but I'm giving it a shot. So, well, here I can run right into a closet, which gives me 2 items, which is cool and always tempting. Problem here is it doesn't give me entrances over to the left, and it might cut off my access to the a far room. I could do a bedroom, which gives me an access upward. So we could go in here. You can see how if you hold down tab, it'll pull up how the layout will look should you choose that room. So you can see an entrance upward. Here it's a closet, just cuts it off, and then hallway. Hey, it gives me access to everything, but doesn't actually give me anything. I'm just gonna do a closet this time. I don't know if that's always a good idea, but hey, we're living dangerously. All right, looks like I got a gem, useful for constructing rooms, and then metal detector, greater chance at finding keys and money. Hey, that's cool. Won't argue with that, but we'll see if I'm stupid for putting this closet here. Alright, let's head off towards this way. This way I'll start filling out these rooms. I'm hoping later when I go up, I'll have a room here that gives me access back down. We'll find out. Alright, well, look, if I hadn't done the closet, I would maybe do this storeroom. Because a key, a gem, and a coin is not a bad plan. I think since this den is an option, I'm going to go with that, though. It actually gives me a door out and a door over to the corner there. And a gem. Metal detector's not going off, so not detecting anything unusual in here. Alright, here we have a guest bedroom. Gives me some extra footprints if I want. A nook. Gives me a key, which I do kind of need. Or I could do a parlor, which has a little puzzle, which could get me, well, any number of different rewards. I think usually it's gems. But I don't know for sure. Although, I don't know, I'm feeling the key this time. Ooh, the metal detector's going on. Oh, yeah, because there's a key. Of course. Also, coin. Metal detector is no longer going off, so I don't have anything else that I can find in here. What's this? As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider setting something aside to scribble your notes and observations. That makes sense. Supposedly, there's a lot of, like, puzzle clues all over the place that help you out later. I don't know, I haven't explored through the game enough to tell you that for sure. Let's look at the bedroom. I think red rooms generally are bad. They have some sort of negative effect. I think in this instance, it's just a room that basically is a dead end. It doesn't give you anything, so it's pretty bad. Spare room also doesn't give me anything, but at least gives me access upwards, which is cool, but honestly, I think I'm just going to get this bedroom. Get a couple footprints, and then see if there's any other treasure in there. Sometimes there's clues. Greetings from Reddington. I wonder if I should, like, screenshot everything. I don't know. I'll pass on it for now. Nice lady. Pretty sparse room, really. Not seeing anything of worth. That's a bummer. Not even like food. Nothing. Too bad. Well, let's start heading this way. Alright, so I could give myself entrance to the entrance hall area. Grab a storeroom, or I could get a parlor, which would kind of lead me back in. You know, I think I'm just going to get the storeroom. Again, I don't like making dead ends, but sometimes having some resources is good. That's it, no extra special stuff. And thankfully, get more footprints on my way through. Alright, well now I've put myself in a dilemma, right? I've closed myself off here, and I've closed myself off up here. So if this room is a bad room, I'm just done for the day. Well, close call. Security, I think, is what I'll go with. Takes a gem, but security has some benefits. Like a random cutscene of walking into the security room. Pretty exciting stuff. You can tell how heavy the moment is by how slow he's looking around. Moving dials, moving film. It's a big moment. Oh, this soft glow of the screens on the keyboard, the leftover coffee mug. This must be an important room. In the mini screens. Look at all those rooms. Truly inspiring. I don't think I can take the emotional strain anymore. I'm going to skip the rest of it. There we go. Hey, metal detector's going off. Good stuff. I did it. Alright, we got a notepad here. Blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies. We'll have to remember that. Red is bad. Alright, let's just glance around here. Speaking of memos, look, blue. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Excellent. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. This is false. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So, in other words, if that's false, hey, the antechamber is locked, and you need access levers to get entry. It's great to know. Ooh, staff notice. Essentially, hey, we don't need you anymore after a certain date. No longer be. Oh, sorry, that's not true. You don't have to go into attendance at the morning roll call, but you have to clock in and out at the terminal. So there's one in security, one in the laboratory. And the house manager is Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password is scribbled out. Looks like it starts with an S. So that's exciting. There's this computer in here that I'm a fan of because, well, estate inventory. There's nothing I haven't found. Long story short. Yeah, that's currently in the place. Keycard system. This one's kind of important because you can change the system settings. You can set security level. So the way I see it, until I have an opportunity to turn the power off, I want the security level to be low because I don't have a key card. If I find a key card or I can turn the power off, I would want it to be high. So offline mode is when the power is off. So if I change offline mode to be unlocked, that means if I can turn the power off, then their doors will be unlocked. So that seems like a good deal to me. But if I find a key card, I would rather have the doors, like everything powered up. Alright, good. So I do have access out, but a lot of risk here still with just one entrance. I played a dangerous game. Still no. Well, there is a way to the left. Makes me a little anxious because I'm still not getting over into those right sides. Over here. The courtyard would get me there, but then I think since I have a way upward, I should probably take it and then hope for another path down. Also, this has a power source, so I don't have any. Oh, crud. I say crud because I've been in this room before and I don't have any idea how it works. Alright, so there's my door out up there. And it looks like that key card gets power by routing this through there. And then there's this thing that lowers down or opens up somehow. And that's powered through this. So, realistically, I want this to be connected to both of those. Like this, I think. That's my guess. That's hitting the boiler, okay. Now, this isn't connected to anything. You know, it's possible I have to like turn something else on first. This leads into the boiler, and I think I want it up. I don't know. Alright, what does this thing do? No idea what the heck that thing does. This, though, definitely want that connected to something, so let's do that. Alright, well that's a dilemma. Okay, so this is going over here. What if I could get it to go down first, and then do the key card? That didn't quite do what I was hoping for. That did. Oh, yeah, I was getting that mixed up with the key card. I wonder if I unhook it, what will it do? It puts it back. Okay. That's great. What if I do this? Well, here's the deal. Oh. I kind of expected that to turn it off. But I guess it's getting power from over here, so it makes sense that it wouldn't. Okay. Let's go back up. Let's do this again. Oh. Okay. I wonder if I can just stop it at the right moment. Like, hey, let's see if I get lucky. Nope, blocking it again. There it goes. There. Okay. Alright, that means now I think I want... Oh. The heck? Sure. Did not know there was an elevator there. Well, let's just turn this on. Because as much boilers as I've got going is good. Like, as many as I can get going is good. So, yeah, that sets us into this room. And honestly, I think I'm pretty much good to go at that point. I don't know that I need to do anything else. If I want to get back... I mean, who cares? I mean, I'm good to go. Unless there's something I'm missing. But it looks like I'm good, so... let's head out. Oh, man, I'm gonna get myself into some serious trouble. Okay. Let's do this parlor to get some more loot. And what's this? Yeah, coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Alright. I feel okay about that. There's still more in here, though. Let's grab this little turnkey, wind-up key. Part of the parlor game. There we go. Random coin. Okay. Alright, here's the game. In the parlor. Essentially, this is what matters. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. Excellent. So one box has the prize, one thing always says something that's true, one thing always says something that's false, and one is ambiguous. So, let's figure it out. First of all, white says the gems are in this box. Great. Blue says the gems are on the desk. Well, I can tell you for sure the gems aren't on the desk. So, this one is definitely false. And this one says the gems are on the floor. Well, I can tell you for sure the gems are not on the floor, so this one is also false. So the fact that we have 2 false ones means there's only one that's displaying the truth, because there has to be at least one true one, which, here we are, the gems are in the box. Easy peasy. Let's pop the key in. Let's get some gems. Yeah. Feels good. Those things usually aren't too bad. Alright, well here's really even a more tragic moment. I feel like we could just be losing it all right here. Oh, yep. Yep, we lost it all. Dang it. Hate to see it. Really hate to see it. Alright, well let's, maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be some trick here. I don't know of one. But I'm going to grab one more room, just in case an observatory pops up or something that's persistent. No big deal. That's the game. Grab some. And I took a risk, and it, well, I just had some weird drafts there. I don't know if it was fully my fault. A little bit, though. Alright, here we are. Last room, likely. Hey, drawing room. I mean, if you're doing a Hail Mary, here we are. It says you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room, which is cool. But it's not going to save me, I'm just being honest. What this means, essentially, is just when you leave this room, when you have your 3 options, so, here, let's be more specific. When you are in the drawing room, and then you leave the drawing room, and you're going out, usually when you have your 3 floor options, it'll allow you to select 3 more. So, let's see what I'm saying. Head over to the store, click it. Here's our 3 options. So, we got a boudoir, we got a billiard room, and we got a commissary. There's items for sale in the commissary. Now, here's the deal. We're about to lose. So... none of these really fix our issue. I could go to the commissary, hope for something. But if I recall, there's nothing in there that's going to help me. So let's redraw. I was hoping for something like the coat room or whatever. Whatever the room is where you can check an item. But... we're not seeing it. So we're basically done for this day. We'll just pick guest bedroom. Head on in. Check out this clue here. Sinclair. Do I even care? Basically he's saying there's a cool game in the billiard room. It's a mathematical puzzle. It's not too bad if I recall. Nothing else special in here that I could see. So there it is. We have reached the end of day 1. There's no other paths out due to some poor planning on my side and then some unfortunate drafts on the other side. So I think once we got here, we just kind of were in trouble. Probably should have given myself more pathways out, but I didn't have a ton of good options, unfortunately. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a day. It says tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Are we okay with that? Yes, we are. We're calling it. And there we are. And as for calling it a day, that's what we're going to call it for this video. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.